NBC News Radio, I'm Brad Siegel. President Biden says he'll continue to stand by the FDA's evidence-based approval of the abortion pill mifepristone following the Supreme Court's decision to allow the drug to stay on the market. The 7-2 vote came after the court extended a temporary stay on a Texas federal judge's ruling to halt production and distribution of the drug. Mifepristone was originally approved by the FDA in 2000. California Republicans are sounding off on an income-based utility program proposed by the state's major utility companies. State Senator Brian Dahle believes electricity bills should be based on how much energy is used.
Basically what this is it's a flat rate charge based off of income. If you make more money, you pay more. If you make less money, you pay less.
Dahle says it punishes higher income households for making more money. One person is dead after a fuel tanker sparked a massive fire on a bridge in Connecticut. Here's Jim Forbes.
The accident happened Friday morning in Groton, Connecticut, when a fuel tanker rolled over on the Gold Star Bridge, spilling 2,000 gallons of fuel and spreading fire across the highway to buildings beneath the bridge. Billowing smoke could be seen from the fire for miles. The driver of the truck was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 passengers in another vehicle were taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Governor Ned Lamont said the accident happened when a tire from a passenger car blew out and hit the tanker. I'm Jim Forbes.
Today is Earth Day. A new poll shows a majority of Americans think climate change is a top priority. The new CBS YouGov poll shows 53% of people surveyed say the issue needs attention right now, while 14% say it should be dealt with in the next few years. The line at the unemployment office is getting longer. Jobless claims in the U.S. jumping up 5,000 from the previous week. That rise was bigger than expected. Brad Siegel, NBC News Radio.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
This is Kentucky, where the only thing ordinary is the unexpected.
I got everything you need.
Horse country, legendary distilleries, rivers to paddle, lakes to splash and relax, big city vibes and small town charms. This is Kentucky. Come see for yourself. Plan your road trip at KentuckyTourism.com.
I got everything you need.
One of the largest wastewater treatment facilities in Los Angeles is facing millions of dollars in fines for a sewage spill. Dina Kodiak has more.
The city faces up to $21.7 million in fines after millions of gallons of untreated sewage spilled into the Santa Monica Bay and into the Pacific in July of 2021. The Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant in Playa del Rey was found to have violated its environmental permit well over 100 times. Officials at the facility are being accused of gross negligence in a civil liability complaint made by the Los Angeles Regional Water Quality Control Board. A final decision on the penalty is set to be made in the coming weeks. The hefty penalty is the largest suggested by the Los Angeles Water Board. I'm Dina Kodiak.
Sudan's warring forces are calling a 3-day truce for the Muslim holiday of Eid. Brian Shook reports.
The country's Rapid Support Forces militia and Sudan armed forces have been fighting for a week, leaving more than 400 people dead, according to CNN. The pause will allow people to evacuate safely, gather with family for the holiday, and find food. Eid marks the end of the month of Ramadan. I'm Brian Shook.
Tesla's upping prices of its high-end models after stocks slipped. That's after companies cut prices earlier in the year due to high inflation rates. The Model S and Model X standard vehicles are both over 2.5% higher now. According to Reuters, CEO Elon Musk is standing firm on the price increases, saying that without it, the electric vehicle maker is putting sales growth above profit. Whole Foods is trimming its corporate staff. The upscale grocer plans to lay off several hundred employees as it reorganizes global and regional support teams over the next couple of months. The cuts come as parent company Amazon closely reviews operating costs. Whole Foods announced the move in a memo to employees earlier this week. Brad Siegel, NBC News Radio.
With the Hometown Radio Network News Update, I'm Robert Wagner. Triple T Metals, just north of Lancaster, had a large fire yesterday morning. A large pile of recyclable material caught fire as it was being placed into a shredder. Garrett County, Lancaster, and Jessamine County fire crews responded to help put the fire out. Smoke was seen for miles. The Natural Bridge wildfire has already burned 125 acres. The Red River Gorge remains open, although Natural Bridge State Park trails and parking lots are closed. The wildfire started on Monday. Thunder over Louisville is today. The air show and fireworks show on the Ohio River kicks off the 2-week celebration leading up to the running of the Kentucky Derby. Patchy frost will be possible in some areas tonight, but a more widespread frost is expected Sunday night. Temperatures Monday morning may drop to freezing or below in some areas, resulting in a threat to sensitive plants. Be sure to bring plants inside or cover completely. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Robert Wagner.
Here's Robin at the Mercer County Public Library.
Right here at 109 West Lexington Street. Come and visit us Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give us a call, 859-734-3680. And if you want to quickly get to a staff member, press 2. You do not have to pay fines. We just need the book back. Copies, we've reduced the price on that. Any size paper you have, whether it's black and white or whether it's color, it's 10 cents per side.
At the Mercer County Public Library.
It might be a wrap on basketball season, but at Cartown Kia, we're celebrating our fan favorites with great deals all month long. Like the crowd-pleasing 2023 Kia Forte. Lease for just $299 down and $299 a month. Your excitement is just getting started when you shop Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $249 down, $249 per month. 36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer-added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires May 1st.
This is Goldie Goldsmith McNary, inviting you to join me each week for What's Happening Goldie, a talk show that features interesting people about interesting things. We'll learn how to stay healthy and keep fit, and we'll explore the world of entertainment. So join me for What's Happening Goldie.
What's Happening Goldie every Wednesday at 10:05 a.m. and Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on WHBN 1420 a.m. and 99.5 FM.
This WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Ransdell Funeral Chapel. Our goal is and always will be to provide the best value in funeral service available. Exceptional care from a trusted family name, Ransdell Funeral Chapel.
Clearing skies today, a high of 61 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, low 35. Areas of frost tomorrow, otherwise mostly sunny, high near 55. Sunday night, widespread frost, mostly clear, low 32. Widespread frost on Monday.
Welcome to Gardening with James. Learn how to start your own garden, grow your own food, and live a healthier lifestyle. Food can be a medicine for the body, or it can cause high blood pressure or other health issues by not eating right. This show is packed full of tips and information, as well as special guest interviews from around the country, and is designed to make gardening simple, fun, and frugal for the whole family. Call James with your questions and problems now at 734-4321. Now, let's go in the garden with your host, James Ross.
All right, here we go on another great Saturday in the garden. Like I said, it's a little cold out there, and we got a couple of cold days coming up. So tomorrow morning or tonight, if you got some tender plants, you probably want to find a way to cover them up with buckets or pop-up tents or whatever it is that you need to cover those plants for, at least, 5 or 6 hours through the night. And, by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, it should be fine. But you want to make sure that those things are covered up, so this way you won't have to do it all over again. Happy Earth Day. I think it's 4/22. For those who are going out to different events today and planting trees or whatever it is that you might be doing, because the Earth is the only one we got to live on. They're trying to get to Mars, they're trying to get to Venus, they're trying to get to all these places, but, the Earth is where we live at, and we need to take care of it. Make sure that we take care of our water. make sure that we take care of the air that we breathe, cutting down on pollution and all those great things, because we're going to need it, for the time we're here on Earth. And so just try to do your part about, trying to take care of the Earth. And if there's an event today, go out and there's a lot of different things that are happening. They're giving away trees in some places, and they're giving away flowers and all kinds of different things. So be sure to go out and participate in those, and have yourself a happy Earth Day. It's been a pretty wild week, for me. The weather's been good. Constitution Square has been just buzzing with activity all week long. They've been working on the stage up there, and they finally got the floor in. They got the electricity where it's supposed to be. They started off with 2 when I got there, and now there's at least 8 plugs for the musicians who will be coming in over the next several weeks. There's let's see, they still got a few things that they've got to tighten up on the stage, but otherwise they're pretty much ready for the spring events and the summer events. So let's all get prepared for the nice weather coming up. And we got a taste of the 70s and the 80s during the week. And for me, when it's 80 degrees, I usually go out and try to work that morning up until maybe 1 o'clock, and I usually just take the afternoon off and not even fight the heat. So and come back out, 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon and work till dark, because that sun will just beat you up. So start preparing for the summer, getting your sunglasses and getting your big hats, big straw hats or whatever to cover your head if you just have to be out there, for those middle of the day. Let's see here. What else is going on? I had got a phone call from somebody I didn't even know. I guess it was probably about a month ago. They called me and said, "Hey, James, I'm with F&B Investments, and we're going to be shredding. We're going to be up at the library where they're shredding paper. So if you had documents and things that you wanted to shred, yesterday was that day, and she told me that they was taking up donations for some folks in the community, and the community garden planners, which I'm a part of, is a part of that. And we like to make donations to your, to the places that you are working with, and ask me all kinds of questions, like what is it that you need? I told her gloves, and we could always use seeds. We could use almost any type of garden tools, and rakes and garden hose and different things like that. And I got an email from her yesterday. Well, it must have been the day before, saying that Friday was going to be that day from 2 to 5, and they would like for me to stop by, at least say hello, introduce myself, to the folks that were there. And when I got off from work, I went up to the library and introduced myself and talked to them a little while they were shredding. And even as I was standing there, like I said, there was people, driving up, making donations, seeds and, the things that we asked for. They was dropping them off up there at the library. And I told them, I said, well, I need to make a run real quick, and I'll come back about 4:30, and we can talk more, because she said she'd like to take a picture and stuff. And when I came back, there was, a couple of baskets full of gloves and seeds and all kinds of different things, and about $100 or so in cash that we could use. And we took pictures, and and those folks there, they were a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed that, and I really appreciate F&B Investments on 2nd Street, 2nd and Main, who helped with those donations. And and these were things that we needed, because sometimes you think you have everything, but once you get going, you say, oh, I wish we had this, wish we had that. So now, our wish came true. And so, like I said, we've got at least $300 worth of donations, which I'm probably going to split between the Shepherd's House and Batewood Homes, the gloves and different things to help those two groups, with their garden needs. And it was a lot of fun. And somewhere along the line, I told them that they could, come on the show and talk about what F&B does, because they helped us. I like to try to help them out just a little bit. And so that should be fun. Because we're into the garden season. Where, people are growing, people are got flowers down and bulbs and all kinds of different things, and we just need to try to be prepared. And because one of the toughest things about living is in today's economy is that you might have a little money, but but you have to spend your money on your bills, you have to spend money on food, you have to spend money on just life things, and sometimes you come up a little short when it comes to feeding your family and different things like that. So the only other option is to try to make sure that we try to grow something, to try to we're not going to be able to grow everything that we want, but but if you can grow some of the things that you like to eat the most, that'll save you a few dollars. So yeah, this is April. And according to my calendar, we can plant the cold crops plants in the garden, like your collards, your cabbage, your cauliflower, and your broccoli. That's the first half of April, and then the crops, in the middle, of the month, like say beans and corn. At the end of the month, like say the crops and your cucumber vines, cucumbers and things that have vines, muskmelon, cantaloupe, summer and winter squash and pumpkins. So we're into that third month, so those things can go in. And just remember that these are average dates for Kentucky. If you live in the western part of the state, you can plant a week early or so, maybe a little earlier. If you live in the eastern part, you may plant about a week later to allow for the soil and temperature to warm up. Pumpkins planted in April often mature well before Halloween. So if you're planning on, having a Halloween fest, like I said, now would be a great time to go ahead and get those pumpkins in. Let's see, if you plan to install raised beds, this is a great month to do it. Let's see here. Fill the beds with a mixture of good soil and organic materials such as compost, well-rotted animal manure, peat moss. Because like I say, if you're doing raised beds, you want to try to put as much fill on the bottom of it. So this way you don't have to worry about how much soil that you put in. So make sure that you try to save money on the soil, and like say, if you've got straw, if you've got wood chips, if you've got, whatever type of filler that you have, try to make sure that you put it down at the bottom. So this way you can save a few dollars. Let's see, because the fourth week of April, that'd be a good time to buy herbs and transplants. These, they do well in pots or directly grown into the soil. So this way it gives you kind of a head start. If you get early, if you get those herbs that are already in pots and see, try to find a few places where you can make some deals, where you can buy, your herbs and different things, because, even herbs and vegetables, they've even gone up. So, kind of look around to see where you can find some type of deal with your herbs and the different vegetables that you want to grow, because like I say, because even them have gone up over the last 1 or 2 years. A little 6-pack, like I say, might cost you, maybe $7, maybe $8. So, but if you know of some place that that you can get maybe a little 6-pack of your herbs for, $4 or $5, you have yourself a really great deal on that. So, like I said, look for those deals. Work with people that you may know. Like I said, the farmers markets and different things are going to be opening here real soon, and I'm sure they'll probably have some starts where you can, where you can go in and you can get some pretty good deals. And because we've got just a few more frost dates coming up, like I say, one of them is, coming up Sunday morning, and then we may have one or two, in between that, because I've seen snow, for the Derby. So kind of, if you're going to do it, like I said, make sure that you're paying attention to the weather. So, be weather wise when you plant your plants. So this way, if frost does come, like I say, you've got your buckets, you've got your containers, you've got whatever it takes to cover those plants up to make sure that, they don't get frostbit. Because I really hate to see you put all that work into it, and then you find out that there's a frost come and you was too late to cover them up, and some of your plants get bit, and then you got to start all over. Let's see here. Next week, let's see, like some be working with the Shepherd's House on some of the things that they're doing, and working with the clients they have. And the great thing about working with them, and say the folks from Batewood Homes have been able to get volunteers from the Shepherd's House. They have gone down to Batewood Homes to help, and some of the folks from Batewood have gone over to the Shepherd's House to help out, which is working really well, because we're just trying to help each other. And like say, when you volunteer, to different places, you get to meet new folks, make new friends. So, get out there and try to do a little bit of volunteering as we move into the season, and it'll make you feel better. If you spend some time, if you, working with kids or working with seniors or working with, different people, just get out there and like say, because you don't have to give them a 40-hour week or anything. Just go out there and work a few hours or a half a day, whatever it is that they ask for, and like I say, to make you feel better. And like I say, also you'll get to meet different people, so this way you can know someone else that has interest in gardening just like you do. Like I said, you'll be surprised all the people out there that are like-minded when it comes to growing food and just enjoy the sunshine. So things are good there. I'll tell you what, let me get my break out the way, and I'll be right back.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
We're so excited. Nice weather's here, and we're going to wet our plants. Buddy Beaver here. Mulch to Go now has rock to go. Yes, we've been busy little beavers and expanded to add landscape, rock, sand, topsoil, compost, and more. We have a wide selection to choose from in both bulk and bags. Stop by Mulch to Go for your landscape needs, from pine nuggets, pine straw, cedar, cypress, and playground chips too.
Mulch to Go opens at 9 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 325-5858. They're located in Harrodsburg on the corner of 127 and Beaumont Avenue. Mulch to Go.
Mulch to Go.
Hunger does not discriminate. It impacts the elderly woman who greets you at church, the little boy who sits next to your child at school, the working mother who cuts your hair. In fact, God's Pantry Food Bank is providing food assistance to 1 in 7 people in central and eastern Kentucky. You can help us in the fight. For every dollar donated to God's Pantry Food Bank, we can distribute 4.5 meals to people in need. To find out how you can help, visit godspantry.org or call 859-255-6592.
Dunn's Barbecue and Catering, located in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork, all sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Dunn's Catering and Barbecue, 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, and like my Uncle Herb always used to say,
it's not barbecue until it's done.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by your Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg and Outdoor Power and Rental. Visit Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg for their weekly and monthly specials. North College Street.
Clearing skies today, a high of 61 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, low 35. Areas of frost tomorrow, otherwise mostly sunny, high near 55. Sunday night, widespread frost, mostly clear, low 32. Widespread frost on Monday.
Welcome back to Gardening with James. If you have questions, feel free to call the station or email spreadingcompost@gmail.com.
All right, we're back in the garden. And like say we've had a good week of weather. For me, I've been playing in the dirt most of the week and getting things done. And at the McDowell House, Constitutional Square, backyards. Some folks have been taking picking up their winter things and taking it to their storage and picking up their spring things and help get those kind of things out of the way for spring, because spring brings a little bit of excitement, and it's been a fun week. I've really enjoyed it. Didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I'm gonna tell you now, I was pretty wore out, but I managed to roll over. I guess turn the alarm off, so that kind of helped a little bit. Got a phone call from Kurt over there in Mercer County, and he was saying that the caterpillars, on your fruit trees. So, go check your fruit trees to make sure that there's no caterpillars there. And, because, if you decide that you don't want to spray them, that's a great way to do it. Is just go check your trees to make sure that, I think it's tent caterpillars. So you'll be able to pretty much notice them. Should be a web in there somewhere that's kind of wrapped up. So I would go out and check those to make sure that you don't have any, or that you have to get rid of some. Just pluck them off, or put your pair of gloves on and try to get them, or get you a grab it or something to reach where you can't reach, to try to get those caterpillars off your fruit trees. And he also mentioned about the strawberries. They're because I've got one friend, his strawberries look really nice. They're nice and green, and you can start to see some flowers on it. So spring is sprung, and so be sure to, go out there and check those things. And if you've got things that need to be covered up, like say, just be sure to go ahead and do that, and see what happens, to keep you moving forward. Because last thing you want to do is go backwards. So you want to make sure that you're covering up your plants, and you're making sure that those things are nice and in order, because for April, because April is right around the corner. One of the things you may want to start thinking about is lay your stakes for your tomatoes out. Like say plant your herbs, like say at the end of the month or close to the end of the month. And if you've got a compost bin, you want to make sure that you're covering those, so this way you can use some of that compost around your plants. That's all within the last week of April and the first week of May, because it won't be long before you be transplanting your peppers, your tomatoes,